host, Peggy Young. Well, we have made it through scorching heat and pouring rain, and we are at the last week of July. Vacation season has begun in earnest in Korea, and I hope your plans are all falling into place. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Tigers team, Sam Choi and Brian Oh. Welcome, and tell us a bit about yourselves.
Brian and I went to college together, so that's how we became friends, and our school mascot is the tiger.
We're here studying and working here in Seoul, and we're happy to be here.
Well, glad you could join us. Good luck to you. Going against the Tigers team, we have the Moojuk team, Adam Hussey and Sabrina Martin. And, well, tell us a bit about yourselves.
Well, we're from the same hometown in Canada, and we both ended up in the same institute in Busan. So I've lived in Busan for 2 years now, and she's lived there for 6 months. And we've come here now to have a good time.
What a coincidence that you guys ended up together. Now, you had quite a long trip to come from Busan all the way to Seoul to our studio. Thank you for making the trip. Thank you for joining us, and good luck to you all. Let's begin the quiz. Now, in our first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. You get 5 seconds to answer, and you can use chance just once. You call out chance, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And that, of course, gives you a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Tigers, if you're ready, please choose among question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
Yeah, go. No, you have to say it out loud.
I.
Thank you. Question set I, number 1. Of the following, where is the Eiffel Tower located? 1, London, 2, Paris, 3, Rome, 4, Madrid.
2, Paris.
Question 2. Of the following, what is the color of the Hulk's skin? 1, black, 2, yellow, 3, green, 4, red.
3, green.
Question 3. Of the following, what do the 5 Olympic rings signify? 1, 5 main events. 2, 5 languages. 3, 5 continents. 4, 5 athletes.
3, 5 continents.
And you haven't used chance, we go into question 4. Of the following, the earliest human remains were found on which continent? 1, Africa, 2, Asia, 3, Antarctica, 4, Europe.
1, Africa.
And how are you finding the quiz so far?
It's all right.
Good.
Pretty easy, right?
No, it's all right. It's good.
And we go to question 5. Of the following, who said that religion was the opium of the people? 1, Karl Marx, 2, Sigmund Freud, 3, Bolshevsky, 4, Henry VIII.
We'd like to use chance.
Okay, we'll take chance, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Please make your final selection, Tigers.
1, Karl Marx.
Good guess. Glad we could jog your memory on that one. We go to question 6. Of the following, which bird can fly backwards? 1, sparrow, 2, swallow, 3, robin, 4, hummingbird.
4, hummingbird.
And we go to question 7. Of the following, which unit of measurement was not named after a person? 1, curie, 2, apgar, 3, barleycorn, 4, hertz.
3, barleycorn.
Yes, it is an old English unit of length based on the length of barley seeds. Did you know that already?
No.
And we go to question 8. Of the following, which is the only sculpture Michelangelo ever signed? 1, the Pietà, 2, David, 3, Day, 4, the Dying Captive. Tigers, we need your final answer.
1, the Pietà.
Very Very good. Have you been to see the Pietà?
No, I haven't actually. I
Maybe
plan to someday.
Plan to? Maybe if you win 7 in a row, we'll give you
Probably
the
not.
funds, right? We go to question 9. Of the following, what is the missing planet in Gustav Holst's best-known work, The Planets? 1 Mercury, 2 Saturn, 3 Pluto, 4 Neptune. Final answer, please, Tigers.
3 Pluto.
Are you familiar with the work, or was it a guess?
It was a combination of both. Also, I don't think Pluto had been discovered by then.
Wow, very good. And we go to question 10, our last one. Of the following, which is not a prime number? 1, 31, 2, 111, 3, 97, and 4, 73.
Two, 111.
Excellent job, Tigers. And since you have the 10 questions under your belt, it means we give you 50 bonus points. You end the section with 150 points. Congratulations. Moojuk team, that's a pretty tough act to follow, but Moojuk, that is a very strong name to have. It means no enemies, right? Well, I hope that you have good luck. You can choose Q, U, or Z.
We'll go with Z.
Okay, we'll go with Z. Question number 1. Of the following, which is at the center of our solar system? 1 Earth, 2 Jupiter, 3 Sun, 4 Moon.
3 Sun.
So easy, we're making you smile. And we go to question 2. Of the following, what is a candle made out of? 1 wood, 2 wax, 3 iron, 4 plastic.
2 wax.
And question 3. Of the following, how many days are in a leap year? 1, 364, 2, 365, 3, 366, and 4, 370.
3, 366.
And question 4. Of the following, which is not a part of the welfare state? 1, education, 2, national health service, 3, social service, 4, military service.
4 military service.
And we go to question 5. Which is not included in the following saying by Julius Caesar? I came, I saw, I conquered. 1, Veni, 2, Vidi, 3, Vici, and 4, Viti. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
Chance.
We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Now, Moojuk, we'd like to have the final answer.
Sure.
Number 1, Veni.
Actually, it is Vidi. That didn't go. It's Veni, Vidi, Vici, and that is his saying. You end this section with 40 points, but we have lots of the quiz ahead, so you can make that up. Tigers, you are ahead in this section, 150 points. Congratulations. Now we get to see how well you partners work together. Tigers, if you are ready, please take your position next to me. And as you know, we give you 100 seconds to go through this pre-chosen category list of 20 words. You chose M words. And, well, it's a pretty wide category to go with. Did you think it was tough preparing for it?
Quite.
Because it was such a wide.
Yeah, right.
Well, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay, go.
Tropical fruit.
Mango.
The opposite of sir might be say to a
ma'am.
lady.
Madam.
When you're sick, you take.
When you're sick,
When
you
you're
take
sick.
medicine.
Terminator.
A machine.
The kind of nut we were
Macadamia.
Do the. It's a kind of dance. Do
Macarena.
The, no.
Mash.
No.
Do the
Pass. From from Moulin Rouge, Lady.
Marmalade.
Yeah.
Marmalade.
The sea that's between Africa and Europe.
Monaco.
No, the sea.
The sea. The Mediterranean.
Every 1,000 years is a.
A millennium.
I didn't do it right. I made a
mistake.
the play that's starring has music by ABBA.
By ABBA. It's oh gosh.
Italian. It's an Italian.
Yeah. I see it. It's ABBA. It's.
First part is you might say for mother.
Mother.
Pass.
Sorry.
Okay. Having to do with the ocean. It's one of the four military services.
The Marine.
Yeah. When you go to prison, they take a picture of you. It's a
mugshot.
Oh, country in Africa.
Madagascar.
Another one.
Monaco.
The other one. The one at the top.
On the top. Oh, it's Morocco.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, board game. You buy
Monopoly.
property. Yeah. You look at things through a
microscope.
scope. Yeah. Blossoms up.
Can't believe you're troubled by your performance. You do a great job. I wish you had gotten Mambo. That was, I'm sure.
Sorry. Number 5.
I know. I just thought of it now.
And the musical is Mamma Mia.
Mama.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Well, you did a great job. You end the section with 290 points. And Moojuk, now it's your turn. Your category is World Wars. Pretty tough category.
Yes.
Did you study up for it?
Well, she's a big war buff, you know, loves war movies and violence and stuff, so we figured that.
Oh, great. I'm sure the parents of the students you teach will be very happy to hear that. No, but that's a joke, right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Okay, German's leader.
Hitler.
Hawaii.
Pearl Harbor.
The agreement. World War
Armistice.
I. D-Day.
Normandy.
The conference.
Yalta.
Yep. The place where the guy died.
Place where the guy died.
The assassination.
Sarajevo.
S. One of the Japanese cities. H.
Hiroshima.
Pass. It's a boat. Letter.
U-boat.
Oh shoot. Italian leader.
Mussolini.
Pass. The movie about the Jews.
Saving. Schindler's List.
Yes. The Jewish H.
H.
Where they all died. H.
H. They all pass.
The people that were on the American side. Powers.
Allies.
Yeah. Past
Axis.
tense.
Allies.
Past tense.
Allied.
Thank you. Joseph.
Stalin.
Germans a pact, but it's a German city. M. Pass.
Sorry.
Movie with oh geez, I forget his name. Shooting movie.
Saving Private
Yes,
Ryan?
there you go. Drink. Crazy.
Kamikaze.
You covered a lot of ground there. We couldn't give you U-boat because you used the word boat. You passed on Holocaust.
I know.
Yeah, the death of all the Jews. Anyway, you end the section with 160 points. Tigers, you remain in the lead with 290 points. This section is where we'll see who gets to go on to the finals. We have a lot of questions and a lot of points. Now, let us welcome a new member to our Contenders family. Let's welcome Mr. David Hwang. Welcome.
Thank you.
share a bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is David Huang, and as Eun-young said, I am the new guy here. I'm really thankful and honored, actually, to be joining such a wonderful tradition here at the Contenders. I have a big pair of shoes to fill, I think, but I look forward to doing my best to making this a memorable moment for those on the show and also those in our television audience.
Thank you for joining us. Now, what are the rules of this game?
Yes, this next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. If you get it wrong, though, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, you guys are lucky because we're nice enough to give you another chance if both of you guys get it wrong. We'll give you a spelling hint on top of that to boot. 15 questions, 30 points each, 5 seconds to answer each question. Got it?
Okay, so let's have question number 1.
Question number 1 has to do with animal. A logo for next year's World AIDS Conference in Thailand with
Tigers.
Elephant.
And there was a lot of controversy with that logo because it has 3 elephants on it and 2 of them are mating. And apparently they're not having protected
you know
union,
what?
You know, so that was an
World AIDS
issue.
Conference, it doesn't quite match, you know?
But I guess you heard about the issue before?
Yeah.
And we go to question 2.
Okay, question 2 has to do with fruit. This is an old anomaly, botanically and
Tigers.
Tomato?
And Moojuk, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Yes, botanically and popularly regarded as a fruit, it is typically used as a vegetable. This is a fruit with a leathery dark skin with a soft, smooth-tasting pale green flesh and a large stony seed. It is eaten raw in salads or in dips. What is this?
Moojuk, 5 seconds.
Avocado.
Moojuk?
Avocado?
It's good to see you on the board, Moojuk. Let me remind you, please share your answers with us only after you've buzzed in. I've called out your team name, okay? Great. And now let's have question 3.
Yes, question 3 is about country. Although no one is forecasting vigorous recovery just yet, some analysts are revising their expectations upward for this country's economy and predicting stronger growth. After the bubble economy, it is still not on course to escape from deflation.
Tigers.
Japan.
The land of the rising sun, right?
And of course, if you win 2 games in a row, we give you tickets to go to that country. So good luck to all of you. And we go to question 4.
Yes, question 4 is about title. Fans of this movie will be able to explore the wizardry behind the special effects.
Moojuk.
What is Harry Potter? What? No?
Tigers, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Behind the special effects at an exhibition in London. One of the most fascinating themes promises to be the scaling section, which shows how the filmmakers made normal actors appear to be hobbits. What is the title of this movie?
Tigers, 5 seconds.
Lord of the Rings?
Tigers.
The Lord of the Rings?
Tigers, you're increasing your lead once again. For both teams, let's practice pushing the buzzer, shall we? Yes. This is what I want you to do, okay? All right. And we go to question number 6. No, 5, sorry.
That's
question
right.
5.
Question 5 has to do with pollution. In a study, identical trees planted 100 kilometers out of New York City only reached half the size of those planted in the city. Pollution produced in the city, this in particular.
Carbon
Moojuk.
monoxide. Carbon monoxide.
Tigers, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Pollution produced in the city, this in particular, is tougher on country trees. This is a gaseous form of oxygen with 3 oxygen atoms per molecule. What is this?
Tigers.
Ozone.
We would have taken O3 as well. Moojuk, you've got to take a dare and buzz in quickly to go against the Tigers, and we go to question 6.
All right, question 6 has to do with medicine. The stepfather of Iranian sisters Lele and Ladan Bijani, who died after a separation operation in early July, is suing the hospital and its staff. The sisters died after surgeons in Singapore battled for 52 hours to separate them at the head. What do you call these kinds of...
Tigers.
Siamese twins?
And the oldest Siamese twins actually live in India currently. And why don't we go to question 7 now?
Yes, question 7 is about airport. In 2001, the European Court of Human Rights ruled that night flights violated the human rights of 8 people living around this airport by disturbing their sleep. But the government has won an appeal against that ruling. This is the largest and busiest...
Tigers.
Heathrow.
And we go to question 8.
Question 8 deals with person. This person shares his complicated and controversial life story like never before on the first critically acclaimed documentary series, Beyond the Glory. He is scheduled to appear in court on July 30th on assault charges related to a fight at a Brooklyn hotel. Who is this former...
Tigers.
Mike Tyson.
Moojuk, you're getting beat with a buzzer.
Is this buzzer working?
Let's try it out. Try it out. It is. And we go to question 9.
Okay, question 9 has to do with health. All right. Scientists found evidence linking faulty brain chemistry to 2 disorders, obstructive sleep apnea and this sleep behavior disorder. This is jerky movements of the eyeballs which occur while the eyes are closed, characteristic of somebody who is dreaming while asleep.
Moojuk.
REM?
Also a band.
Also a great band.
And we go to question 10.
Question 10 is city. Pre-vote favorite Vancouver won the 2010 Winter Olympics in a nail-biting finish against South Korea's this city.
Tigers.
Pyeongchang.
Yep. The bid was lost by just 3 votes. It was very close. And now we go to 11.
Yes. Question 11 has to do with computer. Most people are confused and flustered by the jargon used to describe new technology, says a survey by chipmaker AMD. Just 3% of those surveyed got a perfect score on a quiz, which included terms such as MP3 and this. This is a short-range technology which uses...
Tigers.
Bluetooth?
Yes. Very basic. And we go to question 12.
Question 12 has to do with language. When a US senator recently branded this a near-forgotten language, he really hit Gallic sensitivities. This and English are the only 2 world languages with solid roots on 5 continents.
Tigers.
French.
And do you all speak French?
Je parle un peu de français.
Oh, very nice.
That sounds very nice.
And we go to question 13.
Question 13 has to do with business. Microsoft has become the first major software firm to turn its back on this, the controversial form of reward that helped fuel the 1990s high-tech boom. This...
Tigers.
Stock options.
We would also have taken share options as well as an answer. And we go to question number 14.
Question number 14 is about survey. According to an index designed to measure economic freedom in 123 countries based on factors such as rule of law, property rights, freedom to trade, and the size of government, this country ranked number 1. What is this seaport and major commercial center on the south?
Tigers.
Shanghai.
Moojuk.
Hong Kong.
Moojuk.
Hong Kong.
Yes.
That's where our former host Chun-sung was from, right?
Yeah.
Hong
Chun-sung
Kong.
was from there.
That's right.
And now we go to our last question.
Yes, last question, number 15, is about religion. Thousands of people have begun an annual pilgrimage in Indian-administered Kashmir under the protection of a huge security operation. Their destination, the Amarnath Cave, is one of the holiest shrines in this religion.
Tigers.
Hinduism.
A strong ending to a very strong game. Tigers, you came out on top with 650 points. You won and get to go on to the finals. Moojuk, it was great to have you on our show. Now, it was a pretty tough game for you guys, right? But I know there are supporters back home, especially the woman who designed your T-shirt for you to come on our show.
Yeah.
You have a word to say to them?
Yeah, we want to say hi to our boss, Sung Cho, and his wife, Jae, and Pyron and Myron as well. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Well, thank you very much for joining us and being part of the Contenders.
Thank you.
And with that, we will be right back after this with the finals. Our final stage, Tigers team, and now let us welcome back the Balut team. Robert Choi and Jason Park, it's good to see you back on our stage. Well, what did your friends say upon seeing your win?
Well, our friends stressed how dorky we looked on TV, and they wanted us to buy them alcohol, so we said no.
Do they have more of that to look forward to if you win again?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Balut team, and good luck to you, Tigers team, as you go against the Balut team today. Now let us begin the final section. In the final round, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, worth 10 to 50 points each. And if you get a question correct, you get to choose the next question. And so what are today's categories?
Yes, today's categories are sisters, famous trials, poisonous animals, L countries, and last but not least, and maybe Eunyoung's favorite, weather.
Since I used to be the weather person here at Arirang TV. However, I will choose the first question. We'll go with sisters for 10 points. This woman was the youngest and most beautiful of the 3 daughters of the sea. She was blessed with untold beauty, but as she dared to vie in beauty with Athena, the goddess deprived her of her charms and changed her beautiful hair into hissing snakes. Tigers.
Medusa?
And she became such a frightening monster, or gorgon, that just looking at her would turn you into stone. Tigers, you've already made it on the board. 10 points, you get to choose.
L countries for 30.
L countries for 30 points.
An anti-drug authority was organized to find ways to fight the trafficking in illegal drugs along the Mekong River that runs through Thailand, China, Burma.
Tigers.
Laos.
And that country is formerly part of the Indo-Chinese Union, also known as French Indochina. So Tigers, what do we have next?
How about poisonous animals for 40?
Poisonous animals for 40 points. For a shy little animal, this can cause a lot of grief. The following is a record of one of the first encounters with this animal. Quote, "The pain was intense and almost paralyzing. But for the administration of small doses of brandy, it was half an hour before he could stand without support, and by that time, the arm was swollen to the shoulder and quite useless, and the pain in the hand very severe," end quote. This is an egg-laying mammal native to Australia. What is this? Tigers.
Duckbill Platypus.
You seem to be very familiar with the animal.
He
How
said
come?
duck-billed, wow.
Oh, I actually watched a nature documentary on that once.
Okay.
Very bored.
Yeah, that was a pretty worthwhile documentary. And Tigers, you get to choose.
L countries for 40.
L countries for 40 points.
In 1993, Mario Frick became the youngest prime minister in history at the age of 28 in this country. Much of its income is derived from banking, tourism, sale of postage stamps, and from international firms that maintain headquarters there because of favorable tax treatment. It is the third smallest and completely landlocked country in the world, following...
Ballot. Ballot? We need your answer.
Lithuania.
And Tigers, it is your chance to answer. Please finish the question.
It is the third smallest and completely landlocked country in the world, following the Vatican City and San Marino. What is this independent principality in Central Europe?
Tigers.
Liechtenstein.
And Liechtenstein is completely surrounded by Austria and Switzerland. And Ballot, we'd like to see you on the board. Tigers, you get to choose.
L countries for 50.
L countries for 50 points.
In a flurry of ceremonies, people marked the 750th anniversary of the official founding of their state on July 6th. According to historical records, Mindaugas was crowned king of this country by the papal bull on July 6, 1253. It was an independent republic from 1918 until 1940, when it was annexed by the USSR and regained its...
Tigers.
Lithuania.
And Vilnius is the capital and largest city of Lithuania. And Tigers, you're doing a great job. You get to choose.
Poisonous animals for 50.
Poisonous animals for 50 points. Traditional Chinese medicine uses an immense range of plant and animal products. According to Chinese Materia Medica, published in 1941, this, which is called wugong in Chinese, is used as treatment of various kinds of tics, convulsions, and tetanus, and as a detoxicant for tuberculosis of bone and joints. This is a long, segmented animal with jointed appendages. Ballot.
Centipede? Millipede.
We're going for centipede, and its name literally means with 100 feet from its many legs. It's good to see you on the board, Ballot, and you get to choose.
Famous trials for 10, please.
Famous trials for 10 points.
The trial was highly publicized. During the trial, the prosecution documented this person's lavish spending, evidence of a colossal income. The government also submitted proof that he was aware of his obligation to pay federal income tax but failed to do so.
Ballot.
Al Capone trial?
Ballot, you get to choose.
Famous trials for 20, please.
Famous trials, 20 points.
On February 13th, 1633, this person completed his trip to Rome. His only consolation seemed to be that he would be able to finally have a chance to defend his theology. But the Roman Catholic Church forced him to spend the rest of his life under house arrest.
Ballot.
Galileo?
This famous astronomer also made the saying, yet it moves, very famous to us. Ballot, you get to choose.
Sisters for 20, please.
Sisters for 20 points. Quote, the way we're both playing, it was inevitable we'd meet in a final. And it's... Ballot?
The Williams sisters, Serena and Venus.
And you get to choose, Ballot.
Sisters for 30, please.
Sisters, 30 points. This movie that opened in theaters this summer will also have a mobile debut. In Korea, SK Telecom started providing its mobile version of the movie on June 1st. The movie, A Tale of Two Sisters, is a modern version of what is known as one of the more scary horror tales in Korea. In the film, two sisters, Ballot.
장화혼련? Oh, wait.
And they live in a very scary house and have dealings in there with their stepmother. Ballot, you are catching up. 130 versus Tigers, 170 points. Ballot, you get to choose.
Sisters for 40, please.
Staying with the category sisters, 40 points. These sisters' famous family members include Father Louis, brothers Alexis and David, and sister-in-law Courtney Cox. Rosanna and Patricia are the female stars. Ballot.
Arquette.
It's a very famous acting family. And Ballot, you have even the score at 170 points. You get to choose.
Finish it off.
Sisters for 50, please.
Staying with that category, sisters, 50 points. Bronte is Ballot.
Charlotte and Emily.
Tigers, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish. Bronte is the name of 3 English novelists, also sisters, whose works have become beloved classics. Written in 1838, when one of the 3 sisters was 23 years old, Stancliffe's Hotel is a series of ironic vignettes that debunk some of the manners and fashions of 1830s England. In March of this year, it was published for the first time. This was 156 years after her novel Jane Eyre was published. Who is the oldest of the 3 Bronte novelists? Tigers, 5 seconds. Tigers.
Emily Bronte?
And now the chance to answer is even, so you both have a chance. We are looking for the oldest. Ballot.
Charlotte.
Yeah. And Ballot, you've taken the lead, 220 versus Tigers, 170 points. You get to choose.
Famous Trials for 30, please.
Famous Trials for 30 points.
Last April, the original transcript of this person's libel trial is to be displayed after lying undiscovered for more than 100 years. It is the first definitive account of the events which took him from London's high society to Reading prison. On May 1895, he was convicted of homosexual acts following 3 sensationalized.
Ballot.
Oscar Wilde.
And while in prison, he composed the De Profundis, or From the Depths, an apology for his life. And his only novel was Dorian Gray, or The Picture of Dorian Gray. Now, Ballot, you're increasing your lead. Tigers, I encourage you. You're going against previous winners, so they're more used to our questions and our system, but buzz in quickly. Ballot, you get to choose.
Famous Trials for 40, please.
Famous Trials, 40 points.
Recently, U.S. President George W. Bush said slavery was one of the greatest crimes of history. This trial was of critical importance to the anti-slavery movement. In 1839, a ship was seen
Ballot.
Amistad.
And Steven Spielberg chose to make the subject Amistad his film in 1997. And Ballot, you get to choose.
Finish off Famous Trials for 50.
Closing the category, Famous Trials for 50 points.
No trial provides a better basis for understanding the nature and causes of evil than do these trials from 1945 to 1949. Prosecutors.
Ballot.
The Holocaust Trials.
Tigers, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Prosecutors indicted Nazi German officials on 3 basic charges: conspiring and ultimately launching an aggressive war, committing war crimes, and committing crimes against humanity. It was the first international trial involving war crimes. What is this German city where these trials took place?
Tigers.
Nuremberg.
Ballot, you had to wait till we got to the end of the question for that one. Tigers, it's good to see you on the board. And you get to choose.
Poisonous Animals for 30.
Poisonous Animals for 30 points. A kind of this that is found in northern Australia feeds on small fish and crustaceans. It has up to 5,000 stinging cells, and if stung, Ballot.
Jellyfish. Oh, sorry.
And these are the free-swimming and gelatinous organisms. And we also saw them in the latest Disney movie, I think. Yeah. And Ballot, you get
Finding
to choose.
Nemo? Is that it? Right.
Yeah. And Ballot, you get to choose.
Finish it off. Poisonous Animals for 20.
Poisonous Animals for 20 points. This spider is found throughout Balut.
Tarantula. Black widow.
Tigers, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. It's found throughout the warmer parts of the world. Only the female is dangerous. Some 30 minutes after its bite, the victim experiences severe pain. It can even cause death. However, no deaths have been reported since the introduction of an antivenom. This spider has a hairless black body marked by red and yellow spots. It is called the redback spider in Australia. What is this spider? Tigers, 5 seconds.
The Black Widow?
Tigers.
The Black Widow.
Yes. And, well, the black widow female spider has a tendency to eat its male upon mating, and so it also refers to women who are dangerous to their husbands.
You know, those spiders are really small. Have you ever seen one of those guys? They're really small. I thought they'd be big, like a tarantula, but they're so small they're like not that scary, but I guess their venom is really potent.
That's right. They don't look scary, but they are. Tigers, you're on your way to catching up, and Tigers, you get to choose.
We'll take weather for 30.
Weather for 30 points.
Hello, my name is Dr. Choi Young-in. I'm working for Korea Meteorological Administration as a research scientist. Now summer monsoon season has come. It will be rainy and muggy. Sometimes it will be very dangerous, so be alert and listen to weather forecast. Summer is a season that requires quicker and more accurate forecast. We hope this year we won't have any unexpected surprise for ourselves and our neighbors. Let's get to our question about weather and climate. Are you ready? Last month, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced this abnormal weather pattern, which caused the spring flooding in the southern United States and drought in countries from Australia to Brazil is over. This is the oceanic and atmospheric phenomenon in Pacific Ocean basin. The term originally was used to...
Tigers.
El Nino.
And it is from the Spanish word, the child, and it refers to Jesus Christ. It's good that El Nino is over. Tigers, you get to choose.
Weather for 40.
Weather for 40 points.
Currently, a 3-day forecast is available, and that's not always enough. Thus, the need for this is becoming emphasized in the weather forecast as well. IBM has clustered 44 servers together to create the byte-crunching monster that can do 7 trillion calculations per second. Its ultimate capacity is expected to be 100 trillion calculations per second. This is a computer designed to perform calculation as fast as current technology allows.
Balut.
Supercomputers.
And forecasting the weather was one of the reasons why people wanted to have computers in the first place, the development of the computer.
Is that right?
And Balut, you get to choose.
Weather for 50, please.
Doing the last question of the weather section, 50 points.
During the daytime in rural areas, the solar energy observed near the ground evaporates water from the vegetation and soil. But it has been known for a while that cities are generally warmer than the surrounding rural areas. Because of this relative warmth, a city may be referred as this. This is
Tigers.
Hotspot.
And Balut, it's your chance to answer. She will finish the question.
areas where the air temperature is constantly higher than the surrounding areas. What is this?
Balut, 5 seconds. Balut.
Heat sink.
Now, this is a hint for both of you. We are looking for 2 different words, and this is an area that is blocked off from others. It's an isolated area, as if it were floating in an ocean, surrounded by water. 2 words. High temperature plus someplace we call Balut.
Hot island.
Tigers, 5 seconds. Tigers.
Heat Island?
Yes. That's good. And Tigers, let me remind you once again, please buzz in. Thank you. Tigers, you get to choose.
L countries for 20.
L countries for 20 points.
On July 8th, this country's Al Hayat LBC satellite television aired what is said was an audio tape from ousted Iraqi.
Ballot.
Libya.
Tigers, it's your chance to answer and finish the question.
What is said was an audio tape from ousted Iraqi President Saddam Hussein, saying victory was coming and U.S. forces would be driven from Iraq. It is bounded by Syria on both the north and east, and by Israel on the south. Its coastal area was settled more than 7,000 years ago, and the alphabet was invented by Phoenicians who ruled over this area. What is this country?
Tigers.
Lebanon.
Well, we would have taken the Arabic name or Lebanon, and Beirut is Lebanon's capital. Now, Tigers, you're keeping this game very interesting. You're 340 versus Ballot's lead of 360 points. It's very close. Every question counts, and you get to choose.
We'll take L countries for 10.
Okay, L countries for 10 points.
Despite declaring its neutrality, this country was occupied.
Tigers.
Luxembourg.
And Luxembourg, along with Belgium and the Netherlands, forms the Benelux or the Low Countries. And Tigers, you have just 10 points, be separating you from the Ballot team, which is in the lead with 360. Tigers, you get to choose.
Weather for 10.
Weather for 10 points.
This element is used in many kinds of scientific instruments, such as vacuum pumps, barometers, and electric rectifiers and switches. Its expansion coefficient is nearly constant. Thus, the change of volume for each degree of rise or fall in temperature is the same. Thus, this is used in thermometers. What is this element, which was once known as liquid silver or as quicksilver?
Ballot.
Mercury.
And it is used in thermometers because the change of volume for each degree of rise or fall in temperature is the same, and hence it is the element that is liquid at room temperature. Mercury is correct. You get to choose, Ballot. Actually, we have just one question left on the board. We have poisonous animals for 10 points. Sensible behavior can, in almost every case, prevent this from biting. It bites when someone steps on it, rolls over. Tigers.
Rattlesnake.
It was ultimately a very close game.
Wow.
However, Ballot comes out the winner once again. Congratulations to you, Ballot team.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Tigers, you had a really tough game. You actually gave the Ballot team a run for their money. It was great having you on the show. I know you have supporters back home. What do you want to say?
Just want to say hi to everyone back home and everyone here in Korea supporting us. And it's been a lot of fun. And you have anything to say?
No, same thing.
All right.
Same thing.
It was great having you on our show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Ballot team, you have marked a new win. How do you feel?
Feels good. It was a little stressful this time, it's very close.
Yeah, very.
Looking forward to the next one.
Okay, well, congratulations again on your win.
Thank you.
And with that, Ballot wins once again. Join us next week to see what happens. Thank you very much and see you again. Bye-bye.